Hello everyone. This intro to the book of Judith will serve as a study guide to chapter 1 of Judith. The Zoom session will be held on this Monday, June 17th at 8 p.m. The session will be based on the commentaries taken from the book by St. Rabanus Maurus, an explanation of the book of Judith. It will be followed by reflection questions and model answers for a deeper understanding of the subject.
Introduction to the Book of Judith. The Book of Judith relates the story of God's deliverance of the Jewish people. This was accomplished by the hand of a female, a constant motif meant to recall the hand of God in the Exodus narrative, Exodus 15 verse 6. The work may have been written around 100 BC, but its historical range is extraordinary. Within the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, 1 verse 1, 2 verse 1, it telescopes 5 centuries of historical and geographical information with imaginary details. There are references to Nineveh, the Assyrian capital destroyed in 612 BC, to Nebuchadnezzar, the ruler not of Assyria but of Babylon, 605/604 to 562, and to the Second Temple, built around 515. The post-exilic period is presumed, e.g., governance by the high priest. The Persian period is represented by 2 characters, Holofernes and Bagoas, who appear together in the military campaigns of Artaxerxes III Achus, 358 to 338. There seem to be allusions to the 2nd century Seleucid ruler Antiochus for Epiphanes. Several mysteries remain. Judith herself, Arphaxad, and others are otherwise unknown. The geographical details, such as the narrow defile into Bethulia, an unidentified town which gives access to the heart of the land, are fanciful. The simple conclusion from these and other details is that the work is historical fiction, written to exalt God as Israel's deliverer from foreign might, not by an army, but by means of a simple widow. There are 4 Greek recensions of Judith, Septuagint Codices Vaticanus, Sinaiticus, Alexandrinus, and Basiliano Vaticanus, 4 ancient translations, Old Latin, Syriac, Sahidic, and Ethiopic, and some late Hebrew versions, apparently translated from the Vulgate. Despite Jerome's claim to have translated an Aramaic text, no ancient Aramaic or Hebrew manuscripts have been found. The oldest extant text of Judith is the preservation of 15:1-7 inscribed on a 3rd century AD potsherd. Whatever the reasons, the rabbis did not count Judith among their scriptures, and the Reformation adopted that position. The early Church, however, held this book in high honor. The 1st century Pope, Saint Clement of Rome, proposes Judith as an example of courageous love, 1 Corinthians 55. Saint Jerome holds her up as an example of a holy widow and a type of the Church, to Salvina, Letter 79, par. 10, see also to Furia, Letter 54, par. 16, and, in another place, describes Mary as a new Judith, to Eustochium, Letter 22, par. 21, the Council of Trent, 1546, included Judith in the canon, thus it is one of the 7 deuterocanonical books. Interbiblical references are noteworthy, as God acted through Moses' hand, Exodus 10 verses 21 to 22, 14 verses 27 to 30, so God delivers by the hand of a female, Judith. Like Jael, who drove a tent peg through the head of Sisera, Judges 4, Judith kills an enemy general. Like Deborah, Judges 4-5, Judith judges Israel in the time of military crisis. Like Sarah, the mother of Israel's future, Genesis 17 verse 6, Judith's beauty deceives foreigners, with the result that blessings redound to Israel, Genesis 12 verses 11 to 20. Her Hebrew name means Jewish woman. Her exploits captured the imagination of liturgists, artists, and writers through the centuries. The book is filled with double entendres and ironic situations. For example, Judith's conversation with Holofernes in 11 verses 5 to 8, 19, where my Lord is ambiguous, and her declaration to Holofernes that she will lead him through Judea to Jerusalem. His head goes on such a journey. The book can be divided into 5 parts. 1. Assyrian threat, 1 verse 1 to 3 verse 10. 2. Siege of Bethulia, 4 verse 1 to 7 verse 32. 3. Judith, instrument of the Lord, 8 verse 1 to 10 verse 10. 4. Judith goes out to war, 10 verse 11 to 13 verse 20. 5. Victory and thanksgiving, 14 verse 1 to 16 verse 25. Here is a short biography of Saint Rabanus Maurus, the author of an explanation of the Book of Judith.
Saint Rabanus Maurus was a significant figure in the Carolingian Renaissance, known for his work as a theologian, poet, encyclopedist, and military writer. Born around 780 in Mainz, he became a Frankish Benedictine monk and later the Archbishop of Mainz superscript. He was a disciple of Alcuin and succeeded in making the abbey school at Fulda a renowned center of learning. His feast day is celebrated on February 4th, and he is venerated as a saint in the Catholic Church superscript. As for his book, An Explanation of the Book of Judith, it is a medieval commentary that provides insights into the biblical Book of Judith. This work is notable for being one of the earliest complete commentaries on this particular book of the Bible. Translated into English, it explores the story of Judith, a courageous heroine, through the lens of early church fathers like St. Gregory the Great and St. Jerome. Maurus' commentary delves into the moral and theological themes of the narrative, highlighting the significance of Judith's character and her unconventional strategy. St. Rabanus Maurus' contributions to theology and biblical exegesis have been influential, and his works continue to be studied for their depth and historical value. An explanation of the Book of Judith is a testament to his scholarly dedication and provides a window into the interpretative traditions of the early medieval church.
Thank you for viewing. May God bless you today and always.